He is exercising the sovereign right of America to defend its best interests. Let's go now to NBC's Washington bureau chief, Tim Russert, who's also moderator of Meet the Press, of course. Tim, on Capitol Hill, it was curiously quiet today, almost no one speaking out against the president's determination now to go to war against Saddam Hussein.
Tom, the few senators who did said, we think that diplomacy should be given more of a chance, but the decision is made. We must now support the men and women. I've spoken to people at the White House, Tom. They believe that there will be an increased terrorist risk. They're going to change the color to orange, put the country on high alert. There is a military risk and there's a political risk. But the president is willing to take those risks to go forward with military action.
Tim, where do we go from here in terms of what we can expect next? The president saying tonight 48 hours for Saddam Hussein and his kids. But he also said at the same time, I shouldn't call them kids, they're actually grown sons, and they're an integral part of the Saddam Hussein apparatus. But he also said that the United States will go to war at a time of its choosing.
Tom, that is certainly the plan. After the 48 hours is up, we will expect to hear from the president again, by which time military action will have already begun. But there is a growing concern at the White House and at the Pentagon that perhaps Saddam Hussein may start this war on his terms. And if that, in fact, does happen, the United States would respond immediately.
All right. Thanks very much, Tim Russert. Let's go to General Barry McCaffrey now, who commanded 23,000 troops during Operation Desert Storm. Let's pick up on what Tim Russert was just saying, General McCaffrey. What do you think the chances are of Saddam Hussein initiating some kind of action before the United States pulls the trigger?
Well, you know, we never try and guess intentions. We do look at capabilities. He has the capability to employ chemical weapons, aircraft attack, rockets, and we ought to expect that he will probably consider that, particularly to go after the ports and airfields in Kuwait.
What about the north? The United States is very strong down along the Iraqi-Kuwait border. Just today, the Turks were saying they may give us some additional authority in that area. Are we in sufficient strength in the north where the Kurds are?
Tom, the Turks, if they relent and allow us transfer for 62,000 troops to get in the northern part of Iraq, would be a terrific asset to us. We are very weak on the ground. There will be special operations troops in there. We've got to go down and confront a armored division of the Republican Guard at Tikrit, and we've got to protect the Kurds from preemptive attack. We don't want millions of refugees back into Turkey. So it would be good news if the Turks change course.
As you look at force readiness and the shape of the battlefield tonight, with a very likely possibility that we'll have war by the weekend, what gives you some pause, if anything?
To be blunt, nothing does. Very determined men and women. The leadership is there. The technology is ready. The operation has really set the thing up to succeed. We're about to see a violent and coordinated attack throughout Iraq by special operations, air power, and electronic warfare.
All right. Thanks very much, Barry McCaffrey. As always, a complete wrap-up tomorrow morning on Today. Continuous coverage on MSNBC and cable and MSNBC.com. I'm Tom Brokaw, NBC News, New York.
All right, we are back in Los Angeles. No need to recap. We all heard the president loud and clear. We are, in effect, on the eve of war. 48 hours for Saddam to get out, something he has said he will never do. If he doesn't, according to the president,